What's up guys, name is Dre and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. We have the official information for Albedo, and as always we're doing the video for should you summon for Albedo. So you can see the trailer running in the background right now, so you can see a little bit of his lore, a little bit of his power, so you can get a gist of if you like the character just from his looks and from his appearance. So I honestly have to say Albedo, I'm not really interested into this character so far, but it often happens that when they release a trailer I do change my mind about certain characters. I change my vision, also especially if I can see the kit, how it works. And yeah, at the moment for myself, if I only speak for me personally, I do not know if I like to summon for Albedo's banner, especially since I won't be available when his banner is live. But to help you guys a bit out, let's take a quick overview over his abilities, and then yeah, you can decide yourself if you want to summon for Albedo or if you don't want to summon, and what my recommendation would be for this. Alright guys, we're on the official website where we have the information for Albedo. I will put the link in the description down below if you want to check this out for yourself. So let's go over his abilities, what he is capable of doing. We are talking about Chief Alchemist of the Knights of Favonius, Albedo. Now, you can see his English voice actor, his Japanese voice actor all over the website. He is of course a Geo one-handed sword weapon user, and he belongs to the Knights of Favonius. Now, this is his E ability. For now, I do not know how this really works. I'm not 100% sure, but let's go over the text first, and then we want to look at the animation again and want to figure out what he is actually doing. So, Abiogenesis Solar Isotoma. Albedo creates a Solar Isotoma using alchemy, dealing AoE geo damage at specific intervals. Hits on enemies within the Solar Isotoma field will cause the Solar Isotoma to generate Transient Blossoms which deal AoE geo damage to the enemy based on Albedo's defense. Only one Solar Isotoma can exist at any given time, and the Solar Isotoma is considered a Geo construct. Alright, now let's look at this. On casting the E, you definitely can see two orange numbers, which is the 957 and we have the 1400. So on cast, as soon as you use the E ability, you will place like this flower. The flower is the Solar Isotoma, if you want to call it. So I like to call it the Geo flower, so it is easier for your understanding. So you place it here, and then it does damage on cast like the 1400, which you can see on the screen. Then within the Solar Isotoma field will cause it to generate Transient Blossom, which deal AoE geo damage. So this is very similar to Zhongli's E. As soon as you place his Stone Steel with his press E, he is also doing damage in the vicinity, and this is also dealing constant damage, which scales off of his defense. So I assume that this has the defense scaling and the cast ability has the attack scaling. This is very similar. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Where it does go for the cast. So yeah, you can see it right here. And you can only have one of this at the time. And because this is a Geo construct, you can use it along with Zhongli's E ability. So this will be very interesting to use him along with Zhongli. Then this one, I think this is also belongs to his E. Abiogenesis Solar Isotoma. When a character stands at the locus of the Solar Isotoma, it will gather the power of Geo to form a crystallized platform that lifts the character up to a certain height. Only one platform can exist at a time. So if you use his E, you will place it like you did it here on this one, and during a fight or during the exploration phase, whatever, during any time, you can go over the platform and it will lift up like an elevator. So this can be very, very good for exploring certain things. In the fight, you will be able to do a plunge attack. So when I did see this in the trailer, I did thought, yeah, I don't know how practical it will be to put it out and do a plunge attack. But seeing it live now here, when the abilities are at their full length or at their full speed, I really can imagine that this works. So let's say you use this attack, then you pop up the Solar Isotoma, you attack, then you have the effect of the Solar Isotoma dealing 2 times geo damage. Then you go over the Isotoma, you'll get the elevator effect, and then you can do a plunge attack from there, which seems to me very interesting, but I do not know how practical this will be. But usually wherever you go, you will pull the enemies. Your first move will be to use this ability. After this, you can go over to the elevator and do the plunge attack. So overall, this whole kit seems to be very interesting for me. Let's take a look at the ultimate. So let's read over the text again, and then we want to go over the animation. Rite of Progeniture, Tectonic Tide, crystallized geo energy burst both at Albedo's command, dealing AoE geo damage in front of Albedo. If a Solar Isotoma created by Albedo himself is on the field, 7 Feather Blossoms will be generated in the Solar Isotoma field, bursting violently into bloom and dealing AoE geo damage. Tectonic Tide damage and Feather Blossom damage will not generate Transcend Blossoms. So, from what I understand now, okay, let's take first a quick look at the ultimate. So he just uses the ultimate like that. So we definitely do know from that he will have iframe because he has this special animation. In general, all characters that have iframe on their ultimates have a big bonus for me. And yeah, you can see that he is dealing quite a lot of damage. They pop up a lot of geo numbers. So what they want us to do is they want us to use this along with the E ability. So you have to use the E ability first. So you have a Solar Isotoma, but it has to be from Albedo, of course. So you cannot use any other geo construct, which is like from Zhongli or from the Traveler. As they state here, if it's Isotoma created by Albedo himself, so it is important that only the E ability from him counts. You can get the additional effect of the burst AoE. Now, this is important. Cast his E first, then cast his ultimate. This will be the max ultimate output that you can receive with this character. Crystallized geo and burst forth a command dealing blah. Okay, he's dealing AoE geo damage. I think this is like nothing really insane, but for now I do not have the official multipliers. Of course, we know that there are some informations, but I don't want to present any leaked information in the video, so everything that you can see is official. So what I assume is he won't have a higher multiplier as Zhongli, Child, and Mona, but he will have a pretty decent multiplier. So I still think he will have a multiplier where he can do around the same number as Zhongli with his ultimate. But he is dealing AoE damage only, so he doesn't add on a crowd control effect to his ability. So I really want to see how it turns out in game. So I think this is the first character where it is really hard to tell how good he functions in the game, especially since we have a recent drama with Zhongli where he didn't turn out like you want him, or where the community wanted him to be. But still to this day, I do think Zhongli is a character that is pretty easy to use. It was just hard to figure out which builds do work on him and which builds aren't working for him. But overall, his general playstyle is really straightforward. For Albedo, I do not know. He has some very interesting mechanics, and we have to see this in game. And also, Albedo seems to me the least popular character since the release of Genshin Impact, because this is the first time that people are really excited about the character. But the more interesting he becomes revealing his kit. Now, what I want to do is I'm still not sure if I want to summon for him, of course. So this time I want to wait, as other content creators are making a step further. So they should build out their Albedos, so give them at least 2 or 3 days, and then you can take a look at Albedo if he is still something for you. But for now, I would really stick to the fact, do not summon right away, except of course if you want any of the featured forces or the radar forces that are in the banner. So for me, if there is Bennett and Sucrose in his radar banner, I definitely want to summon at least for those, but I'm not too sure if I want to go for a copy for Albedo. Yeah, this time I really want to tell you try to really wait 2 to 3 days, because Albedo is a character that is not clear as all the informations that we have, because it is a character that we didn't have at the game. We really want to see how good his E does work with the ultimate, how good his abilities do work along with maybe other Geo characters like Ningguang or Zhongli or the Geo Traveler, and how good his plunge attack along with the mechanic of his elevator E will go. Same for the multipliers. I really want to wait for the official multipliers as they are in the game, and then I want to make a decision. Anyway, I won't be available when his banner go live, so if I will do a summon video, I cannot promise that it will go live on the same day when the banner goes live, but if I want to summon, definitely there will be another video. Yeah, other than that, we still have 1 week left for Zhongli, so if you want to consider the summon for Zhongli, I still think this character is very good, very beginner friendly, but to have, if you want to make him work, you really have to invest in this guy, and if you want to test him along with Albedo and you can afford Albedo and Zhongli, this is the time to summon for Zhongli if you want to do so. And other than that, this time I really want to say wait a couple of days for Albedo. If you want to summon for Ganyu or Zhao, this will be a whole nother story. I will do a video 1 week before the character releases like I always do, and I will always do it in the future. And yeah, hope I could help you out with the decision a little bit, and if I could so, like, comment and subscribe, it would help me out a lot, and I'll see you guys next time. If you guys want to see more Genshin Impact content, videos should pop up on the screen, and now make sure to check them out, and I thank you for your support.